I think we can go on to talk about some of the factors, right, that we want to consider when it comes to the choosing of the streams. I know for a fact that there are some parents who cannot sleep, who cannot eat, okay, because their children are very capable and their children have options, right? So if you fall into that category, right, parents, you must be very blessed and grateful. You have options. You can choose all three. I think that the conversation so far has led us into this learning style, right? That children have different learning styles. So, Teacher Manpreet, what kind of learning style do you think must do O-level? Is there any learning style like that?
Wow. I think if you are a very structured, curriculum-based as a student, I would think O-level is more suitable. If you feel you are okay, I would say you have to be open to be learning more, like more project-based, presentation-based, and I think IP and IB would be way more suitable.
I add on. I like what Teacher Manpreet said. I think if your child is strong in communication, your child likes to talk. Yeah, IB and IP is a good choice because they have a lot of projects, a lot of presentation, right? Yes, I agree. The other thing that I think parents, you should take note of the learning style is, again, the independent, the organization that we talk about, because like Teacher Nicholas mentioned, how many subjects again? 7 or
7 to 9. Usually that's the average.
Yeah. Average.
Yeah. So imagine almost double. It's actually double or 2.2. Okay, parents, of what your child is currently having. You know, like now primary school already, some of the children are complaining, I have 4 subjects that I cannot handle. Then secondary school, when you have 8 subjects, how? You burn your school bag. You feed your dog the homework. I always tell them, I always joke with them. So are you going to start spreading homework into your pet's food? And then the children all laugh. Yeah, so organization skills is very important. So if your child is a very disorganized person, your child is going to have issues with the IP and the IB program because, again, very project-based, right?
Yeah,
what are the things that we...
Independent learning as well. Add on, I say there will be more independent learning also in IP and IB programs compared to O-levels.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think there's something that they do a bit different from the mainstream is something called flipped learning, where they make the students learn first, then they teach their class. So I think that's something that they do differently from mainstream. Because mainstream is just, you go to class and then the teacher teaches you. But I think as I've heard before, for some schools, for IP, they do the other way around. You go and learn, then you teach your class. So I think for those of for those of the kids that like to understand what they learn and then teach and then learn from that, I think that itself is a very, I would say, very attractive thing to have in the IB program. Yeah, because you don't really get the chance to teach your friends in the mainstream route. Yeah.
So those who want to be teachers should go IP.
Early training.
Okay, but you point out something very important. Yes. One of the key things that parents you want to know is whether your child likes to read. IP children and IB children, their reading materials definitely, I can tell you, is triple of an O-level child. They have a lot of reading to do. So they must like to read. So if your child doesn't like to read, then maybe the IP stream is not suitable. But the O-level, more structured, bite-sized, slower pace, comfortable, that could be a better way. Again, all streams lead to Rome, okay, parents? Again, this is important, okay? I said this so many times, okay? The other thing is the school environment, right? So in the IP and the IB school, right, the environment, parents will notice that the children are also expected to be adulting faster. Okay, the word is adulting. Yeah, so that is something that shocked me when my child entered the secondary school, because I realized that the school really expect them to adult very quickly, and they were actually tasked to manage many things on their own, just like an adult. But then the O-level schools, right, what I've noticed is the teachers will still guide the Sec 1 kids a lot, still communicate to the parents more, still help them, right? But the IP and IB, no, okay? Okay. This one, yeah. This one, Daddy, honestly, whether the students will generally do better in A-level as you compare to O-level track, you can actually call the IP schools to us, Yeah, you can call the individual IP schools to us. They will tell you the result. Okay, so anyway, my quick answer is you will find that it's on par. And you will and actually the IP students, they generally will do slightly better. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because they got 6 years of preparation. They have 6 years of preparation. Yeah. They will. You try calling. I'm very sure. Yeah. If they don't tell you, then you message me. I send you some data. I have. Okay, so the A-level, right? They use this thing called the university admission score.
Yeah.
To track the So I have those data. Yeah. For the IB schools, right, parents, it may be interesting for you to know that our Singapore IB score is how should I do it? The students do very, very well. Our students do very, very, very well in the IB scene, and it's getting dominating. I think we are dominating the top scores. Yeah. Okay. So I think at the end of the day, whether the IP or IB, our students generally do very well. The best in the world. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, for the IB. Okay. There's another question that some parents may ask. Okay. Does it mean that I need to consider the junior college that they are going if my child is choosing IP? The answer is yes. Because it's a 6 years program. Okay, so if you find that JC does not resonate with your parenting values, like what I've written here, does not resonate with the distance, then maybe you may want to reconsider, okay, parents. Okay, that's quite important, right? Into the local U, some parents are asking IB students going to the local U, is it big? Okay, because first, Mommy, our IB schools are much less. Okay, so to answer your question quickly, our local university does not make a distinction between A-level or IB. As long as their scores are good and then they qualify, they go in by merit. Okay, but what I've noticed is for the IB students, there's really more of them who will opt for overseas study because their curriculum is very broad-based. So for example, like SOTA, right, they have arts focus curriculum. Well, we all know Singapore, there isn't much arts focused higher institution, so that's why a lot of them will choose to go overseas. In fact, I had a lot of students who actually go overseas to pursue like music, like singing, and they end up also staying overseas, for many years, right? Okay, so that is something for you to consider. Okay, any other question? Ask special information, parents. I like this. This is a very good free flow kind of chit chat, right? Okay. Of course, other than that, parents, you may need to consider like CCAs, right? So some children, like their CCAs are very dear to them. So if the secondary school doesn't offer that CCAs, is a big no-no, right? So that is one big factor. Another big factor, of course, is distance. Okay, parents, please do not dismiss distance. It's extremely important. You won't see your child, okay? It's 1.5, anything more than 1.5 hours, right? Is very, very tired. Yeah. Maybe the teachers want to share the average secondary school, their hectic timetable. What is it like?
Okay, I think yes. Yeah, go ahead.
So I would say for Sec 1 and Sec 2, we we can expect maybe an earlier timing, maybe 2 or 3 at most. But when they do O levels, they can end as late as 5. So, and if they are going to come home, they want to do homework, they have tuition classes, it's going to take a huge toll on them, and they cannot manage, especially with the distance, because they'll be so tired, and the next day they're going to be up and running for school again at an early timing. Yeah, Nicholas, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So, I would say because of the SBB, right? Subject based SBB, right? Yeah. Most of the schedule, I would say, will be pushed back, because there'll be a lot more like white spaces, as they call it, where the students have like free periods, and that will cause maybe for them to end generally at about 3 plus. I would think that 2 is considered very, very early. But when I went for the talk held by Tricks time, right, they would say they were generally ending about 3:20 or even like 4-ish for the upper sec kids. Yeah. And then also when you're in sec 4, as you're preparing for your O-levels, actually you have like extra remedial classes on top of your everyday lessons. Then you can potentially end at an average of about 4 to 5. Yeah, so that's how hectic it can get.
Yeah, so parents, please remember your secondary school kid will be more busy than you. Right? This is real.
They definitely will be.
It will. Yeah, their day is on average can be 10 hours. So that's why when they come home, it's like they don't want to talk to you, because they have used out their quota for the day. They are really tired. So distance is very, very important. Right. So one of the big factor for my child when he was choosing his school was distance. Yeah, he practically went like, nah, that one across the road, I can walk over there. I choose that school. And it has been a very good decision for us, because the school really ends very late. There are 2 days that my son, after his CCA, he ends at 7:30 p.m. His CCA ends at 7:30. So can you imagine how exhausted he is when he reaches home? Right. Okay. Okay, there's a parent who asked us to see whether the child is suitable for IP, IB, or O-level. Right. So again, first we talk about learning style. So we say that this is very important. And for IP and IB, just now we talk about IP, IB being more advanced and they learn things faster. So your child must be also organized and independent. Right. Then we talk about CCAs and also the distance. Oh, this one we won't be able to answer. Ask MOE. I think they want to introduce SBB because a lot of parents complain that it's getting elitist, and then we are very narrow in our so they want to give the children more choice. But in the end, you realize that the timetable becomes longer. There's always 2 sides of a coin, parents, right? So my son also warned me. He said next year, mommy, my last lesson will end at 5:30. I'm like, huh? Then after CCA, he said, I don't know. I was very shocked as well. Yeah. To be honest, will the school prioritize the teachers? Okay, this is what I noticed. The teachers who can teach the A-level students are more likely to be deployed to teach the IP students. I mean, makes sense, right? Because their aim is the A-level. So not say better teachers, but maybe in that sense that the A-levels, the teachers who teach junior college will be deployed to teach the IP. Yeah. Yes, so due to SBB, school hours are definitely going to be extended. The word is definitely. Yeah, your child will start at 7:30 a.m. and school ends at 3:30. No more 1:30. It's impossible. Yeah, so it will start from this year's batch because they need more. They cannot fit the timetable like so perfectly. They need to give some, like Teacher Nicholas say, white space for the children to move around. Yeah, because there are many different combinations now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, interesting right now. The how our children learn is very different from us. Okay, and then of course, last one is the parenting values, right? So for some of our parents, religion is very important. You know, they want to make sure that their children get into the same school that resonates with their religion, right? Then of course, there are some parents who wants to stay with the affiliated schools, you know, the family, right? And then of course, some children, you know, they prefer to be active, you know, and some schools will also promote active learning more than another, right? So all these also are factors for you to consider. Yeah, it is a whole day program. Parents, please remember this in very important, okay? Although I know this, right, but when my child went to secondary school, I still got shocked. But please remember this, parents, I have to tell you, you will lose your child once they go to secondary school. It's not the same, okay? It's not like primary school. It's really not the same anymore. You will lose your child in that sense, as in your child will head over to the next part of the journey, and you won't get to spend that kind of same amount of time. It took me a long while to get used to it. I was telling my son, he has mega evolved into the mega Pokemon, but my trainer skill is still not evolved yet. They won't want to talk to you because they literally use up their energy for the day. And if you start to nag at them, pack your bag, you know, wash your things, they are going to go like, I already had such a tiring day. Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, and they have friendships, new school environment. The teachers are not like primary school teachers. Parents, you must be ready. Secondary school teachers are not like primary school teachers. They are very different. They will in fact tell you, stop it. Don't baby your child. They will literally tell you this into your face. Then you will go like, I didn't. I'm not a helicopter mom. I didn't baby. And the secondary school teacher will tell you, you are babying your child. They will tell you to back off. You will be very surprised, okay? Yeah. So spend a lot of time with your primary 6 child now. As much time as you can. Secondary school life is big, mega change for the family. Yeah. And then there's puberty, parents. The hormones, the language, everything will change. Okay, so we all have to tell you. Yeah, correct. There will be no more express, NA and T. Yes, Daddy, you're correct. So, but then it does not change the streaming. Parents again, it does not change the PSLE streaming to secondary school. It does not. It's still the same. Your child is still streamed by merit. It's still by merit. The one that scores the best gets into the so-called best school, academically better schools, and have the most choice, the most options. The one that does not score so well will have less options. Okay, so take note of this. I got one parent. Thank you for the optimistic tone. Yeah, the child will adapt well. Yes, they will. Yes, and they will learn to grow with their peers. I totally agree. Yes. But it's just that I'm talking for parents, okay? You all also must adapt. We must also adapt. We can adapt too. We will be okay. Yeah, it's a very interesting journey. So, grow together, right? Okay, so this is just an example, okay, parents? Because we all have different types of children, right? Even within the same family. Okay, we always like to use this. So we say this is Chin Hao Wan. Okay. So our little Chin Hao Wan, okay, is what we call an average learner. So as you can see, well, quite good in some subject and then average in the other, right? So this is a very common example. So he will have like AL 15. Right, so some parents will ask, okay, then can I choose the NA stream with AL15? The answer is no, all right, parents, no, okay? So because AL15 is a decent score and Shin Hawan will qualify for express stream, right? So he will have to look for a school, all right, that his cutoff can meet. So some parents will ask, should I take a gamble? Right, some parents ask, like, let's say the cutoff point last year was 15, was 13. Should I take a gamble? Okay, honestly, this is very up to your individual preference. I know of last year there were some schools that that means they will actually AL10 the cutoff, but last year it was AL12. Right, so and the child got in, right? So it is really your preference, because some people don't like the unknown, they don't want to take the risk. Okay, and then of course we have our love to study. Our love to study is the academically capable child, right? She is very capable in all 4 subjects, and love to study has AL6. AL6 will give our love to study all the possible schools. She can choose all the options, right? So she is very blessed. She will be able to think. And if your child is like love to study, okay, I would say congratulations. You have all the options, and you can consider the IP, the O-level, or the IB stream, right? Okay, so usually for love to study kind of students, right, they are also more independent learners. So don't worry, they should be able to cope quite well even with the advanced accelerated curriculum, right? And of course, we will have our anti-pray. Everyday pray, everyday play. All right, so we have some students who are, again, our parents, all streams lead to Rome. All streams lead to Rome. This is very important, okay? And all our children are of different learning styles, all right? Very, very important. So he could be a late bloomer, but what happened is, even with his AL score, there are still schools and choices for anti-pray, right? So it's not that there's no option. There are always options, okay? So parents, even with this, some of you will ask, then can my child cope with the express stream? Well, he qualifies for express. So his score does make him an express student. Okay, so don't worry, they can cope at the end, right? Okay, we have actually come to an end with our chit-chat session. Yeah, thank you very much for staying with us and listening. We hope that there were some good tips that allows you to think about the 3 different streams. Yeah, maybe we can, is there any questions that you all would like to still ask us? And or if you prefer, you can always reach out to us privately. We'll be happy to actually share about more tips with you, okay? Parents, please also take note that we do have our secondary school Head Start classes running this week. Okay, we have our secondary school Head Start classes. And for all of you here, because today you are here with us, okay, we would like to offer you a free lesson if you sign up for 1 lesson. So we have a buy 1 get 1 free promotion for our secondary school Head Start. So if you're curious which stream suits your child, okay, come for our Head Start. We will be able to help you to tell you your child's learning style, right? Just 1 lesson is all it takes, right? But because we have a buy 1 get 1 free, then you can also try out both math and science lesson, right? Okay, so parents, you can reach out to us at 96160312. Yeah, join us for our Head Start lessons, and we'll be happy to share with you more about your child, right? Okay, thank you everyone, and good night. Thank you, Teacher Nicholas. Thank you, Teacher Manfred, for your sharing.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.